I see it. I get it there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do a PC fucking tier list first, and then hold on. Why is it not full screen? There we go. Full screen now. So yeah, we'll do a PC tier list first, and we will do an Xbox. Tweak it, I guess. Might reset completely, but we'll figure that out later. So as we just saw in patch notes, Agni is more like an A tier. Early game sucks dick, but if Agni makes it into the mid game, Agni is really strong. It's just a really safe pick. It's not super strong at any point. It's not broken. It's just normal, average pick that has a weak early game. AMC, low mobility, B plus tier. Don't pick AMC, you'll get pooped on. Pooch, B plus tier, has no place in the game right now just because they nerfed him into the ground. On her, to me, is A tier. He's not good early. I mean, he's not good like early mid game, kind of what you're playing for, but it's not exceptionally strong. You can pick Ho Yi and get the same thing, except for Ho Yi has a late game. So if you're picking on her, you're playing early mid, making sure you control the game, and if you don't, then you're probably gonna lose. So I would not recommend like putting a lot of time in on her unless that's just what you like to play. Amaterasu, I would put at S+. I think her laning phase sucks dick for solo lane. Only a solo laner. I would not jungle her, only solo lane. Her laning phase sucks ass, but her team fight is broken. Anubis, B+, early clear, but pretty average, no mobility. Aokwang for me is going to be S tier. I think Aokwang is stronger than people are kind of letting him be. On PC right now, people play all about the early game, like that early mid game losing fucking buffs and shit is scary. But if you can get past that on Aokwang, or you can get an early kill randomly off your team actually doing damage and doing what they're supposed to do, Aokwang takes off. Once you finish 4 items, you one-shot people, and it's insane. Nothing that really compares to it. Aphrodite sucks, doesn't have a position in the game. Apollo, another jungler, hunter that's not that strong, but can be played. Arachne for me, A+, or A. I could play Arachne, you could play Arachne. Maybe not at like the highest competitive level, but you can get away with picking Arachne in ranked and actually crushing kids because people don't play against it. So you have a surprise factor. That's the one thing that Arachne has. Nobody plays against it. And if you build and do damage with her, you can stop and you can get an early lead, and then you can just punish kids the rest of the game. Ares, I'm going to put at B+. Ares just doesn't get played too much, especially on PC. No lane clear. Presence in the lane can be kind of weak, especially against the top supports. Artemis, no mobility. Bad god. Period. Done. Athena, A+. Literally one of the top 3 supports. Always has been. Probably always will be until they nerf her. Awilix, A+, or A. Super counter pick. Play into leaps. Really only pick her in competitive scene when there's nothing else to play. When there's like 5 junglers manned and you're stuck with Awilix. Really it. Bacchus, A tier still. Hasn't really changed too much. His laning phase, average. Same with Apollo, same with fucking Agni. Just average laning clear, good teamfight presence. Not the best support. Bakasura sucks. Has no place in the jungle at all. Has no place in solo other than when you're farming plebs. They buff him in this patch coming up, but that buff isn't going to bring him back. Bastet, A tier. Kind of like a Wheelix, but less situational. I wouldn't play her at all. I've played her on Xbox and I fucking hate her. I think she's bad. I think her early game sucks. I think her mid game is okay, and I think her late game sucks dick. Bellona is going to be A tier for me. I think Bellona's overrated. Bellona's a really, really good solo laner. Sucks in the jungle, really good solo laner, but I think she's overrated. I think some of the top solo laners focus on Bellona for some reason, and then like it's like 3 of the top solo laners love to play Bellona, and then the other 3 never play Bellona. It's really weird. I think Bellona's overrated. I think she's good. I think her laning phase is good. I think her team fight presence against good teams is not that good. I think her ult isn't that game changing, unless you're already winning the game. So Bellona for me kind of falls down. I would say Bellona was an A+, not anymore. Bracken sucks. No place in the game. Some people play him in support the most, but it's not good. I believe Paradigm plays Bracken in the jungle still. Don't agree with that. Bracken sucks. Whole early game, if you fall behind at all, you lose. You're done. Bracken's worthless the second you fall behind. Chalk, B+, don't play Chalk. Good laning phase, but that's it. No teamfight presence. Super situational. You would only pick this if your job was to win your lane and not get fucked on, because you're irrelevant after you win your lane. Chang'e for me, B+. No, literally not a mid laner, not a solo laner. Maybe after the coming buffs, he'll get played more, but I don't see it. Chiron, I think Chiron's nerfs kind of took him out of the game, but he's not bad. He's just not a top hunter. Chiron for me is A. Laning phase is still okay. Team fight presence is still okay. He just went from being broken to sucky, so people aren't playing him right now. Chronos for me, S tier. I'm not sure exactly what it was, other than fucking do more going into the game, being put into the game. But he's amazing. I don't know if he's amazing before and people weren't playing him, but on PC and Xbox, Chronos is literally one of the best ADCs and one of the best mids. Flat out, period, done. Super high scaling, late game, you one-shot people. If you make it to mid-late game, it's over. If you lose with Chronos, you're fucking up. Cupid for me, pretty average. I'm like in between A and B+. I'll put him in A because I think in early game, like in teams that focus on early, like if you're going for an early comp, Cupid's actually really strong. You can utilize the healing a lot. And if you play a kill lane, it can be kind of fun. I've seen people like Barracuda play him, her, it, whatever, little baby Cupid. I don't know. I wouldn't put a lot of emphasis into learning Cupid, but not bad. Fender for me is A tier. I thought he was going to be top jungler this season. I was wrong. He's not good. You saw some bad performances in the SPL already with him. I think he's overrated. I think if you're doing well again with him, it's just because your team comp in general is good, not because of the Fender pick. Freya sucks ass, no mobility, B+. Hopefully they buff her soon so she can be played again, even though she's kind of annoying. Yeb, A+. I think Yeb is one of the best supports in the game. I think the shield is OP and it needs to be nerfed. Flat out, period. Bad laning phase, best team fight in the world. Done. Juan, really strong right now, especially on Xbox. Solo laner, I've seen people play him in solo on PC too. Or not solo, support on PC. Juan's strong, heal's still OP. And that's just how it is. You have to get a lot of anti-healing to deal with him. Hades for me is A tier. Counters some picks in the solo. Can be played mid, but nobody does anymore. Doesn't have a lot of damage, has a lot of control, has a lot of initiation. So just a kind of like a safe, okay, average pick. Ebo sucks dick. Do not pick Ebo. No laning phase. Can't be played anywhere. It's not safe. Don't do it. Hell, same situation. Really no place to be played. I was saying like Hades and fucking Guan, you have to get anti-healing against to deal with them. Well, if you get anti-healing against the Hell's done. You just insta-kill Hell, and it's worthless. Guan can get away without healing. Like if he gets hit by the anti-healing, he gets hit by the weakening, he just ults out, or he runs away, whatever. Hell pretty much gets fucked on as soon as she gets collapsed on with anti-healing. Hercules got buffed. I think he's getting underplayed. I think he'll get played more. I'm putting him A tier for now. I think with people like getting away from some of the other solo laners, the Bologna might get played less. In my opinion, I think Hercules is going to see a rise. So expect to be seeing more Hercules once people learn how to play him and build him correctly. Oh yeah, A+, top hunter next to Kronos and like Soul. They're top 3 hunters, 2 mages and a fucking real hunter. Unbats, underrated, one of the best junglers in the game. A+, beads on a long cooldown, should be played more, has a weak early game, has a strong mid-late game. Mid game is where you take over with Unbats. Isis, strong early game, can control the whole pace of the game, you can steal all the camps. First red spawn should be controlled by Isis, unless they have some early game on the other team like a Zeus. The only thing that compares to Isis is like Zeus Thor or something. So look to take buffs, play Isis middle, and you'll be good. Janice, S tier, best mid in the game. Safe, tons of damage, an ult that can travel your whole team across the map, and hits for 2,000. Broken. Kali, broken. People build Kali wrong, and I think that's why in the SPL she might be not doing that well. If you're not going boots into Ichival, into Kins, you're fucking up. The Ichival puts you online earlier and your power spike is really high. People think without Kin Size you don't do any damage. That's wrong. Ichival does a fuck ton of damage. Build correctly. Build those 4 build boots. Ichival, Kins, Fatalis. And then your other 2 items don't even matter. Most people build Titan's Bane, but if you build those first 4 items, you will be good. You will control the game. Don't feed early and you're good to go. Khepri, top support. Not really broken. Has a good laning phase. Even after nerfs, I think Khepri's going to be strong. I think like losing health isn't that big. I expect to see Khepri still played all the time. Kukulkan sucks ass. You can't secure the ults. There's very few people that play Kukulkan correctly. Bad. Kumbhakarna, really good support for controlling team fights. Laning phase can be okay depending on who you match him up with in the support lane. So I put him A+. I think he's kind of underrated by some teams and then valued correctly by other teams. So expect to see a lot of Kumbha. Loki sucks ass. B+. Medusa, average. A. Just okay laning phase. Team fights, average. Mercury, I'm putting it A. I think Mercury is underrated. Once again, early, like your early game sucks. With the changing Golden Bow, we might see more Surge and Mercury picks, but that's just because of the item change, not because Mercury's getting any different. I think Mercury can be played right now and just isn't going to because there's better junglers, flat out. Neath, top pick, safe laning phase, really good mid and early game. Period. Nemesis, only good if you can pick a comp with a lot of control. So you have Athena, you have Isis, you have Chronos, you just have stuns galore. Then picking up a Nemesis in the slow and the insta burst potential is really, really strong. But other than that, I wouldn't play Nemesis too much. Nija, A tier, kind of counters like Thor, but isn't safe. If you mess up, you die. You mess up, you fall behind, and you lose. Nox, not a good pick, not safe. Hard to land abilities, nobody plays Nox correctly, B+. Nuwa is really safe. I think Nuwa will be played a lot this season. A+. The late game ult is broken. Early game, if you used your roots correctly, you saw Stealth get like a double root and they got a double kill because of it. So he landed 5 autos and then hit a root, and then landed 5 autos again, hit another root on somebody, insta-killed them. Odin, stronger than letting, like, people are playing on PC. Pain Deviande plays Odin all the time in support. And with the ults, and just the fact that Odin does a fuck ton of damage early, and the fact that you can steal buffs and put out so much pressure, I think Odin should be played more by other players. I think Odin's really good. Osiris, still one of the best solo laners, good clear, good teamfight presence. Poseidon, average, good laning phase. Actives, fuck him over, and why he's not picked up a lot. Raw for me is B+. Are these gonna like, aren't these supposed to like drop down? Oh, there we go. I knew I could do it here. Cool. There we go. Oof. Oh, you guys can't see it. No, I don't want to move the camera. Hold on, we'll do this. I want to shift this over. I'm gonna move the camera. Chill. Chill. This. And then we'll do... Continue now. I'll just leave it like that. I'll move this other shit away. Cool. There we go. You guys can see. So now you can see Nemesis, you can see Nija all chilling there. Raijin, it's pooped on over and over and over again. I thought he was going to be broken with his damage, but he's not. Maybe someone will find a way to play him. His laning phase isn't bad, so I'm going to put him at A because I think his ult is really strong and people just aren't using it right. But I don't think he's top tier at all. Rama's getting played more. If you're hitting your ults and building correctly, you can carry with him, but he's kind of a sketchy pick because he doesn't have the strongest anything. Like, he's not just a top pick for the general normal player. Some people just are very good at Rama and play correctly. Do well with him. So I put him at A. Ratatasker with the buffs. I'm going to do it. I'm putting Ratatasker at A. I think Ratatasker with the change, before he's even reworked, like he's going to get reworked. I don't give a fuck. For the rework, with the Hydra's Lament change, where there's no cooldown on Hydra's Lament, you can dash auto. Ratatasker is actually pretty good. I don't know why people aren't playing it. You see Divios playing him in solo, and he fucking does work with it. People are banning it. So I'd put in some time in a Ratatasker and just put on kids before the rework comes. Robin, I think, is actually stronger than people are really noticing. He's been played in solo a few times, and he's actually really good. Granted, you're not going to pick him over, like, a lot of the top solo lane picks, obviously. Not over Amaterasu. But once they're all banned out, once Here is gone, then you can pick Robin. Go for it. I think Scylla sucks. Early game is poo-poo, and the game is very focused on early game. If you hit every ult, maybe then pick Scylla. Other than that, don't. Serket's getting a buff, or did get a buff. Serket's really strong. Right now I'm putting her at A. I think she'll move up to A+ as soon as like that buff is... Like, you're able to play Serket with the changes. I think Serket's going to be a top 5 jungler again. Scotty, broken, S+. I don't see the nerfs they need to nerf yet. The Wolf does too much damage. The only thing Scotty lacks is mobility. But if you position well, literally the most broken god in the game. Sobek, I don't think is all that good in support. A lot of pressure, but teamfight presence is very average in my opinion. So I put Sobek around like a Bacchus around an A. Soul, top level ADC. Even in mid, you can play Soul. S tier, like level 1 to 2 sucks, but then after that she clears fine, does a ton of damage, is really safe, is fast. Wukong is poo-poo. I don't like Wukong. Sylvanas, I think, is an S+ support. You automatically win lane. Your team fight presence is really good if you use the healing correctly. If you start fights and then back off and heal and start fights again, you'll be okay. I think Thanatos sucks dick, but has counter pick potential still, so A for Thanatos. You saw Andy play Thanatos and get wrecked over and over again. Thor for me, still an S tier jungler. Safe pick, nothing counters it. Global ult, broken. Here, S tier for solo lane. I think Tyr's the best solo laner in the game. In my opinion, no one's better than Tyr coming out of solo lane. You have a safe laning phase. You might lose early, but you have a safe laning phase, and then your team fight presence and your team fight sustain is OP. Ullr, I like Ullr in the ADC. I think kill potential is huge, and the fact that you can fight early with Ullr and win, and like have 4-man team fight rotations to mid camps or red buff or whatever, I think it's really strong to have right now. Just it's almost like having a Neath where you have that team fight burst, and it's kind of crucial. So I like Ullr in the ADC. Vamana's really strong right now. Anti-healing counters him, you can kill him, and people don't realize that you have anti-healing, you can blow him the fuck up. With Odin being prominent, Vamana's maybe not as good, but I still think Vamana's really strong. Vulcan, A tier, not really safe, but does a lot of damage. Xbalanque, A tier, needs to be paired up with a Khepri or whatever for clear. Your clear sucks, but your late game's still nasty. Xingtian sucks asshole, don't play Xingtian. Ymir, to me, sucks asshole, has no mobility, and if you fall behind on Ymir, you're worthless. Zeus, I think, will be played more, a lot of damage, and that early pressure is big, like I was saying. And then Zhong Kui, for me, maybe we'll see some play. Isn't really that strong, isn't really that scary, so I don't see Zhong Kui being played all that much. This is my PC tier list, just based off of what I've seen and from when I was scrimming and from playing on Xbox even, like seeing the comparisons, this is exactly what I think for PC tier list, period. I'm going to go through and try to change this up for Xbox. It's going to be kind of difficult. I'm going to remove Scotty because Scotty is not even, can't even play Scotty on Xbox yet, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't play that at all. So on Xbox, Ao Kuang jungle is S tier. Literally first pick potential, no matter what you're playing against. Khepri, S tier on Xbox. The reset on an Xbox and the fact that movement and stuff is really difficult makes Khepri better because you can kill, like you can get your Khepri off on somebody and people are able to reset, and the fights are so long that after that reset, they can usually back and almost get back to fights in most situations. So I think Khepri is broken on Xbox. Chronos is very, very strong, but I don't think it's unbeatable. Janus is very strong on Xbox still, don't think it's unbeatable. Kali's really good, but hard to land autos. Sol is really good, Thor is really good, Tyr is really good. These all stay pretty much the exact same. For other picks, Guan is S plus on Xbox. Have to ban it. The reset potential, like I said, fights are so long that you don't burst somebody down. Most Xbox fights, you don't insta-kill somebody. That's just very common. So getting anti-healing out on a Guan and then not killing somebody and then having Guan able to come back in and heal again is fucking broken. Odin moves up to S plus. The circles and the ults, and like I said, people just, fights are really long and you don't juke a lot. You pretty much just end up missing a lot of abilities. Odin doesn't miss abilities very often, so you can fuck on people with Odin. Unbats moves up to S tier. Kind of the same situation. People don't juke a lot. Hunbat's abilities can't be missed, so when you're playing these gods that can't miss abilities, it's really, really, really strong. Isis, best mid, next to like Chronos, honestly. Chronos or Soul. Isis is pretty much top pick potential on Xbox. Trying to see here. All these are really strong on Xbox. All of these are really strong on X, or like you can pretty much pick all of these on Xbox too. Be okay. Zeus for me moves up to S plus though, or A plus, sorry, not S plus. A plus for Zeus on Xbox. Once again, you can't really miss Zeus's abilities. Landing autos can be difficult, but when you have a fucking flow and a team locking bitches down, and you have your ult to stand in to scare people, it's actually really, really strong. Ares also moves up on Xbox. You can play Ares and support and get away with it. People just don't play the same. Hard to explain, but juking is hard. You miss more abilities than are really juked. So people aren't going to juke your shit. You're just going to flat out miss. I think Ares is actually pretty good because you can ult into your chains and then it's pretty much juke. So here is an Xbox tier list. A couple gods are better. A couple things moved up, not much moved down. All of these have potential to be played. Basically, A and up can be played on Xbox. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe not Ratatask on Xbox because there's no Hydra's limit yet. So there is the Xbox tier list. I should probably save this shit. I'm gonna try to screenshot it real quick. I should have screenshotted the PC one, but I can get that off my video, I guess. Alright, cool. That was weird. Now we will move over to Xbox.